According to Paiute oral history, the Si-Te-Cah, Saiduka or Sai'i are a legendary tribe whose mummified remains were allegedly discovered under 4 feet of guano by guano miners in what is now known as Lovelock Cave in Lovelock, Nevada, United States. Although the cave had been mined since 1911, miners didn't notify authorities until 1912. The miners destroyed many of the artifacts, but archaeologists were still able to retrieve 10,000 Paiute artifacts from the cave. Items included tule duck decoys, sandals, and baskets, several dating back over 2,000 years. Name: Si-Te-Cah literally means a Euro in the language of the Paiute Indians. Tule is a fibrous water plant. In order to escape harassment from the Paiutes, the Si-Te-Cahs were said to have lived on rafts made of tule on the lake. Oral history: according to the Paiutes, the Si-Te-Cah were a red-haired band of cannibalistic giants. The Si-Te-Cah and the Paiutes were at war, and after a long struggle a coalition of tribes trapped the remaining Si-Te-Cah in Lovelock Cave. When they refused to come out, the Indians piled brush before the cave mouth and set it aflame. The Si-Te-Cah were annihilated. Sarah Winnemucca Hopkins, daughter of Paiute chief Winnemucca, wrote about what she described as a small tribe of barbarians, who ate her people in her book Life Among the Paiutes, Their Wrongs and Claims. She wrote that after my people had killed them all, the people round us called us Saiduka. It means conqueror. It also means enemy. My people say that the tribe we exterminated had reddish hair. I have some of their hair, which has been handed down from father to son. I have a dress which has been in our family a great many years, trimmed with a reddish hair. I am going to wear it sometime when I lecture. It is called a mourning dress, and no one has such a dress but my family. Hopkins does not mention giants. Archaeology: Adrienne Ma writes about the Si-Te-Cah in her book, Legends of the First Americans. She suggests that the giant interpretation of the skeletons from Lovelock Cave and other dry caves in Nevada was started by entrepreneurs setting up tourist displays and that the skeletons themselves were of normal size. However, about 100 miles north of Lovelock there are plentiful fossils of mammoths and cave bears, and their large limb bones could easily be thought to be those of giants by an untrained observer. She also discusses the reddish hair, pointing out that hair pigment is not stable after death and that various factors such as temperature, soil, etc. can turn ancient very dark hair rusty red or orange. Another explanation for the giant interpretation of the skeletons may also come from the fact that some of the first remains unearthed by the guano miners in 1911 December were described as a Euro-egant. A written report by James H. Hart, the first of 2 miners to excavate the cave in the fall of 1911, recalls that in the north-central part of the cave, about 4 feet deep, was a striking-looking body of a man a 6 feet 6 inches tall. His body was mummified and his hair distinctly red. Unfortunately, in the first year of mining, some of the human remains and artifacts were lost and destroyed. The best specimen of the adult mummies was boiled and destroyed by a local fraternal lodge, which wanted the skeleton for initiation purposes. Also, several of the fiber sandals found in the cave were remarkably large, and one reported at over 15 inches in length was said to be on display at the Nevada Historical Society's museum in Reno in 1952. The Paiute tradition asserts that the Si-Te-Cah people practiced cannibalism, and this may have had some basis in fact. During the 1924 excavation of the cave, a series of 3 human bones were found near the surface towards the mouth of the cave. These had been split to extract the marrow, as animal bones were split, and probably indicate cannibalism during a famine. Notes. References: Carol C. Calkins, Ed. Mysteries of the Unexplained. Chief Contributing Writer, Richard Marshall. Contributing Writers, Monty Davis, Valerie Molman, Georg Zappala. Pleasantville, New York: Reader's Digest Association, pages 41–42. ISBN 0895771462. Hopkins, Sarah Winnemucca. Life Among the Paiutes, Their Wrongs and Claims. Boston Stereotype Foundry, 1882. Loud, Llewellyn L. Emma Harrington. Lovelock Cave. University of California Publications in American Archaeology and Ethnology 25, 183. External links: Adrienne Mayer's homepage, Stone Mother, A Paiute Legend, Paiute Indian Legends, Paiute Legends and Stories, Lovelock Culture.